Hello and welcome back to Career Services online tutorials. This video will show you how to create an effective resume using Coastal Careerlink's online resume builder. The resume builder will help you create a great resume in just a matter of minutes. Once your resume is complete, you can submit it for review and approval from one of our resume experts. Once your resume is approved by our experts, you can use it to apply for many of the hundreds of jobs posted in Coastal Careerlink every year. To get started, from the home screen, hover over the Documents tab. Click on Resume Builder. On this screen, you will see any resumes you are currently working on. If you've never used the Resume Builder before, this screen will be blank. Click on Create New Resume to start a new resume. There are 4 steps in creating a resume with Coastal Careerlink. Step 1 offers several different templates to choose from. Look through the templates and choose one that fits your needs. Don't worry too much about the various headings, as these can be changed later. Click Save and Continue on the template you want to use. If you've never created a resume before, we suggest you start with Basic Beginner's Resume. Step 2 allows you to customize your sections. It's recommended in the beginning to keep these sections the same. We can always change them later. Click Save and Continue to move to Step 3. At Step 3, you will see a rough skeleton of your resume with all the sections from Step 2. Step 3 grabs information from your Coastal Careerlink profile, which is updated from the registrar's office every semester. If you change your major or move, this information may need to be updated. First, click on the name box at the top of the resume. This opens a dialog box for your name and contact info. Update any information that needs to be changed. You'll notice that you can add home and school addresses to your contact info. Some templates use both addresses, some only use one. You can also name your resume by entering a name into the resume label box at the top. This is helpful if you have several resumes built for different types of jobs. The next section, typically found on a resume, is a summary of qualifications or skill summary. This section replaces the objective statement, which is generally found on older resumes. We no longer suggest using objectives on your resume. Summary statements should be specific and measurable. Terms like hard worker and willing to learn are characteristics, not skills, and do not belong on a resume. Your summary sets the tone for the rest of your resume, so you need to include strong statements. Next, we have the education section on the resume. While some of this info is pulled from the registrar, double check to make sure that your degree, major, GPA, and other information is correct. In this case, my degree is reading incorrectly, and I need to make a few adjustments to display it. Please note that your degree is either bachelor or associate in most cases. Your major is a specific program you are in, like business administration, nursing, or psychology. Also check your enrollment dates. If you're currently enrolled, you will check Currently Enrolled Yes. Then also you need to put the starting date, and Coastal Careerlink will automatically put to the present. If you're no longer enrolled, meaning that you have graduated, you can check Currently Enrolled No and choose your starting and ending dates. Click Save and Continue to move on to the next section. The Relevant Courses section is great for students who have very little work experience. Here you can type in the courses you have taken. This will give employers a better idea of what knowledge you bring to the table. The Professional Experience section works very much like an online job application, where you have boxes to enter all of your information. Enter the employer's name, the city and state, and your job title. Enter the dates much like you did in the education section. You can also add alternate date text like summer 2015 for temporary jobs. The experience description is where many students have difficulty. Here you want to describe your experience fully, giving employers a sense of what you did and how you did it. We suggest you break your job duties down into 4 to 6 bullets and fully describe each bullet. Don't just say what you did, but how you did it and the result of doing it. This will create a strong description that employers will be interested in. At this point, you may have another job to add to your resume. If so, hover over the Experience section and click Add New Experience. This will give you a new dialog window to add your second job. Keep in mind that all resumes work in reverse chronological order, meaning your most recent job goes at the top and you work backwards down the page. You can reorder jobs by entering the numbers into the order box at the bottom of the job dialog window. Continue working through your resume by clicking on additional areas to add more information. At this point, you may decide that you want to add a section to your resume. This is very easy to do. Click on Step 2, Customize Sections, to go back to Section 2. Click on Add Section to get a new section box. Type in the text for the header. Choose the type of info you want to include. General gives you a text box to type in. Education will give you multiple boxes to type in, degree, grad date, etc., just like your education. Experience will give you the dialog box you use for the work experience section. It's important to choose the right type so that your info you enter will display correctly. Click Save and Continue. You may decide that you want to reorder your headings. Again, this is very easy to do. In this example, you may want to move volunteer experience above computer skills because you feel your volunteer experience would be more important to employers. Click on Step 2, Customize Sections, and then you will simply click on the arrows to move sections up and down. We have now moved volunteer experience above computer skills. Click Save and Continue. You can now see that volunteer experience has been moved above computer skills. Once you have all the information entered into the resume builder, you can play with the look and style of your resume without having to retype the entire document. Click on Select Layout to choose from several different layouts. You'll notice that this completely changes the look of your resume. After choosing a layout, you can also change the font size and style to give your resume a unique look. Click on Customize Style. This can be helpful to help you evenly space the resume across the page. Once you have your resume looking the way you want it, it's time to submit it to one of our counselors for review. Click Save and Continue. Before submitting for review, it's a good idea to open a PDF of your resume so that you can see the way the counselor will see it. If you notice anything that needs to be fixed, you can go back to Step 3 and correct. This is how your resume will look to the counselor. If you are ready to submit for review, click the Submit for Review button. This will send the resume to Career Services for a review. We will print your resume, review for mistakes, and send you a written critique indicating suggested changes via email. You can verify that your resume has been received because it will now say, Resume is under review. You will receive an email from Career Services containing our review. You can also view the status of your review and view our comments by clicking on the Pending tab. We generally return resume reviews within 24 hours. Once you've received our review and viewed the suggested changes, you can then go back to your resume review and make any suggested changes. Don't get discouraged if your resume is not approved right away. It often takes multiple reviews to get things just right. Once your resume has been approved by Career Services, it'll show up in the Approved Documents tab. With the green button below it, these resumes are now able to be used to apply for jobs in Coastal Careerlink. View our video on applying for jobs for more information on this feature. Thank you for watching our how-to video on the Resume Builder. If you have any questions, contact us at careerservices@ccga.edu or come by our offices in Academic Commons South.